General Insurance Warrens, the defending champs welcoming back an injured Jeremy Gill and also Hallie Franklin, who was serving a one-match suspension, made sure that the best-of-5 series is now a best-of-3. They won Game 2 by a close 3-point margin at the Wildy Gym last night. It seemed as if neither team wanted to score at the beginning of the game, turnover after turnover, but then the first score was a highlight. Warrens with the steal and Dario Cumberbatch the breakaway slam. Warrens with the rock again, and the Pilots with a breakdown in their defense. Greg Springer loses his mark and double clutches for 2. The Pine missed their top player, Jeremy Gill, in Game 1 due to a left shoulder injury, but he had the KT tape on for Game 2 and showing that not a thing is wrong with his right arm. That's a 3. But Warriors answered that 3 with one of their own, George Farrell on point. Warriors' top player, Andre Lockhart, picked up 3 fouls in just the first quarter, but he had a worthy replacement in Peter Allen. He knocks down the 3. Another backup guard for Warrens, Adrian Allman, 3 as well. Pinelands came with a plan to counteract Big Pearson Griffith. Several times Charles Vanderpool drew his attention and then fed the free man. Here again, first Jason Collymore, the smallest player on either side, breaks up a 4-on-1. Then Vanderpool draws Griffith, finds Junior Moore, who gets the basket and the foul. The hustle player of the night, Farrell, sprints to chase down a pass that was too long. He saves it for Cumberbatch to eventually convert. Block shots, we had those too. Clive Holder thought he had a basket, but Moore said, "You'll have nothing and like it." Or don't, doesn't matter. Moore actually had a fairly decent game, a game-high 25 points and 8 rebounds, as both teams put up 28 in the first half. Pineland started the second half hot. Moore, the only double-figure scorer for the Pine, got things going with this jumper. Ramon Simmons only had 2 field goals on an off night, but one of them was this 3. Lockhart returned in the third quarter, but his contribution wasn't the norm, although he did knock down this shot. Pinelands up by 1 after 3 quarters. Crunch time now. Lockhart with the scoop shot, and he gets it to go. Then he penetrates, dishes, and finds an open Jamar King for 3. This was a low-scoring game, 27 turnovers, and only 2 double-figure scores. For Warrens, it was Farrell with 12. On this drive, he was denied, though, by Vanderpool with the big block, but he came right back, fearless, and gets the basket and the foul. The dying seconds now. Pinelands up 59-56, but Warrens had the ball. And out of a timeout, the play was for Lockhart to run around some screens for the shot that would send it into overtime. He missed. Adrian Allman, though, saves it to Allen, who gives the final shot to Farrell. But he rimmed out, and Pinelands held on for the series leveling 3-point victory. Game 3 is tomorrow, 8 p.m. again at the gym. Meanwhile, a second-half comeback by Newberry has forced a decisive Game 3 in the Division 1 final series. Playing against Patriots in Game 2 last night at the gym, Newberry trailed 34-26 at halftime, but reversed their fortunes in the third and fourth quarters to come away with a 64-56 victory. CBC's Damian Best reports.
Game 2 of the series, Newberry versus Patriots in white. Newberry on the board from the opening tip. Stevenson Calendar with the lovely floater in the lane. The big man Kelvin Patterson also establishing himself in the post, using the window for 2 of his 15 points. The Patriots were down by 4 at the end of the first. 14-18 pull-up J from Justin Gaskin, good. Then Gaskin with the steal up ahead to Jannard Brewster, lays it in for 2 of his 11, helping the team to get on track. Things change in the second. Patriots limiting Newberry to just 8 points with a solid defensive effort before sticking them with some daggers on offense. Brewster with the tray. Well, they were up 34-26 at the break. Andre Stout with the offensive board. He also had 11. However, Newbury returned the favour in the third with an equally impressive defensive effort, allowing Patriots just 4 points while taking over the lead. Calendar getting to a spot game high, 21 points. Really out-hustling the Patriots now. Fast break. Calendar in the mix again. 2 more. Osman Mitchell contributing as well. Bucket and the foul. 10 points to his credit. Newbury sitting pretty. Calendar owns the lane. No one able to stop him. Another basket. Newbury 49, Patriots 38. Newbury continuing their dominance in the fourth. Calendar, a kid in a candy shop. Sugar from upstairs. Patriots needing some answers. Hadrian Loki drops 3. Then Julian Walker doing it the old-fashioned way. Contact and the basket. 3-point play. But in the end, 8 points separated the teams. Newbury had done enough, coming away with the 64-56 victory over Patriots. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Damien. And that series is now tied at 1, with the title deciding Game 3 tomorrow evening, 6:30 p.m., ahead of the Game 3 of the Premier League final series. When the 2015 BA Women's League bounces off this Thursday, it will be under the banner of a new title sponsor, Number 1 Beauty Supplies and Beauty Exchange. The new partnership is expected to be multi-season, with players also benefiting from discounts at the businesses. General Manager Joanie Mohammed says they are pleased to get involved in activity that benefits the community.
We're always involved with the community, and we'd like to support, wherever there is a chance for us to support any organization, we do that. So now we're supporting the Women's Basketball Association. And hopefully we're going to be continuous involving with you guys with the Basketball Association. And thank you for Mr. Level for introducing you guys to us. So hopefully in the future we're going to do more and more with them to help them to achieve what they are looking for.
On behalf of the Barbados Amateur Basketball Association, we would like to thank Mr. Mohammed for supporting the 2015 women's basketball season. We're looking forward to a very promising season. We appreciate you taking this opportunity, this chance on us, and supporting our community.
The Women's League, which will feature 5 teams, gets going Thursday, 6:30 p.m. with Challengers versus Urban Vibes and John Sonics. Now that game will precede Game 4 of the Men's Premier League Finals. Practice makes perfect. That was the general message to young cricketers during the closing ceremony of Camp Get Ahead. These words of encouragement came from several speakers, including West Indies all-rounder Jason Holder.
I hope that what you have learned at the camp, you would take on board, especially what the coaches would have taught you over the period of time, right? And I'm sure that once you take what I've said on board, y'all would improve in your skills.
Quite naturally, you're active young gentlemen, and coupled with that, it is important to have good nutrition, and that is the agenda of our company, to promote good nutrition among our children. So we were proud to be a sponsor. We look forward to lend our support in the future, and once again, congratulations from Pediasure.
Just want to urge you guys to continue to work hard. Obviously, the sponsors have just talked about good nutrition. It's very important to being a professional athlete. So I just want to endorse that as well, and just hopefully you guys can take away a lot that you have learned over these past few weeks here in this camp, and just portray it into your everyday lives.
The camp ended with a ceremony to recognize the efforts put in by the young cricketers over the past 6 weeks. Special awards went to Kobe Williams, who was named the best bowler and best fielder. Raul Ramarine was named the best batsman. Joshua Hicks, the best wicketkeeper, while Nathan Seeley was the best all-rounder. Joel Woodin was the most disciplined player, and Keegan Moses the most improved. Other mementos were presented to some of the camp's youngest participants. The Deacons youth football team will be off to the USA next week for a training and scouting session at the International Soccer Academy. Robert Jones, coach and coordinator at Deacons, says it's a valuable opportunity for the young players.
We are actually heading to Atlanta, Georgia, maybe within the next 2 weeks to participate in a showcase. College and professional coaches will be there to look at the players. I just want to extend this to, it's not just Deacons, it's Barbados on the whole. So we're just going there to build that foundation and that relationship with the people in Atlanta who are very good friends of mine. It's a fantastic program up there. What they do, they invite players up. They keep the players, like for instance, a young man, they would have him stay for 3 to 6 months, pay all his accommodations, they put you with a family, you go to school, you get your education, you get the whole nine. And most of all, you get to meet some of the best coaches throughout the world.
More sports coming up at 8:30 on TV8 with CBC Sports. But up next, the Business Report.
Community Files. The Research and Planning Units of the Ministry of